Ciao, my name is Dace and I am a Latvian language teacher. Maybe you have seen me on Instagram and Facebook, but I have decided I am going to film more videos for YouTube because here we can talk more and I can explain more grammar and vocabulary. But most importantly, I just want to have an informal chat with you about Latvia, life in general, and of course, Latvian language. This week on my Instagram account, I'm talking about summer. Latvians love summer, but maybe you have noticed it, but about Latvians. But when it is winter, we are waiting for the summer. When it is summer, then we are waiting for the winter. Because it's never good. But yeah, today when I'm filming this video, it's actually quite... No, the weather is beautiful outside, like the sky is blue and the sun is shining, but it's quite cold for June. So we'll see. But in this video, I want to talk about some useful expressions. And I will also explain grammar as I would explain this grammar to my students. So we are going to read some useful phrases and then I will explain some grammar rules and I will give you some tips and tricks and just some phrases that you can use when you are in Latvia in the summertime. So this week you learned some useful vocabulary about the beach, and the beach is pludmale. So if you want to say that you will go to the beach or we will go to the beach, you can say es šodien iešu uz pludmali. With pronoun mēs šodien iesim uz pludmali. Here there is an interesting thing, this preposition uz. The preposition uz in Latvian language, it can be used in two different situations. Here it is used as a preposition of movement. Go to, iet uz. Another situation is when it is used as a preposition of place. Yeah, for example, krūze ir uz klādes. Okay, preposition of movement, go to, iet uz, preposition of place, krūze ir uz klādes, uz galda. Okay, so why it is so important? Prepositions in Latvian, they are the bosses in sentences. Why I say so? Because in order to use the correct ending of the noun, if there is a preposition, then it is the star of the sentence. It decides what ending will the noun take. So, if uz is used as a preposition of moment, and if the noun that goes together with this preposition uz is in the singular, we use the accusative case. If it is preposition of moment, yeah, uz pludmali. If it is used as preposition of place, then if the noun that is after uz is in the singular, we use the genitive case. Yeah, so krūze ir uz klādes. Yeah, krūze ir uz galda. Okay, galda and klādes, they are both in the genitive case. And now I will tell you the biggest secret of Latvian language. And if you remember this, it's just like, how can I explain that? It's just half of the success. It's just, if you remember this, then you will be a star. Seriously. So, listen carefully. The most important rule of the Latvian language, especially if you want to take the exam, but it doesn't matter. In Latvian, there are like bunch of different prepositions. And the cases that the nouns take after these prepositions could be accusative, genitive, dative, if the noun is singular. Different cases. But, drum roll, if the noun after the preposition is plural, will always take the dative case. No matter what is the preposition, pie, eyes, uz, it doesn't matter. If the noun after the preposition is in the plural, it will always take the dative. Yeah? Remember this. Yeah, actually, it's really important, because once you understand this rule, then it will be so much easier to make sentences in Latvian. Another thing, by the way, that I tell my students is that most verbs in Latvian, they take the accusative case. Of course, there are some exceptions, but most verbs take the accusative case. It means that the noun after the verb will be in the accusative case. Yeah. If you remember those two things, then you are a star already. Okay. Yeah. About this sentence. The next sentence. Vai tu paņēmi dvieli? Here, I use the accusative case of the noun dvielis. Ko tu paņēmi? What did you bring? Es paņēmu dvieli. Okay. Dvielis, it is second declension, and in the accusative case, it is dvieli. Another fixed phrase that you can use, vai tu paņēmi dvieli? And of course, you can replace dvielis with anything else. Vai tu paņēmi lietu sargu? Vai tu paņēmi brilles, saules brilles? Vai tu paņēmi ūdeni? Yeah, and you can use this sentence every day. Okay, and if it rains, you can say vai tu paņēmi lietu sargu. Okay. Now a little bit about clothes. If you want to say that you are wearing something, yeah, so I'm wearing a dress, then a very useful phrase in Latvian language is man mugurā ir. Another phrase that I want to teach you is how to say that you are wearing something. There are several, actually 1, 2, 3 phrases that you can use, and it's super useful. If you want to say, like, today I'm wearing a dress, I can say man mugurā ir kleita. So, what happens here? Mugura, it means back. So literally, I'm saying on my back, I am wearing a dress. Man mugurā ir kleita. So basically, for clothes that you put on your back, you will say man mugurā ir. Here it is important to say also that we use dative of the pronoun, so es becomes man. Yeah? If you haven't studied Latvian before, you can just remember it as a phrase man mugurā ir, and then say the name of the clothes, and then say the name in the nominative or in the base form. Man mugurā ir kleita. Man mugurā ir blūze. Man mugurā ir krekls. Okay. Now what happens with legs? With legs. Then we say man kājās ir. On my legs I have. Yeah. Man kājās ir bikses. Man kājās ir kurpes. On head. Man galvā, on my head I have. Man galvā ir cepure. Okay? So these were some useful phrases that you can use in Latvian language, and I tried to explain some grammar rules as well. So in this short video, I explained some grammar rules in these sentences about summer, about going to the beach, and the rules that I explained, they're super simple actually. If you understand like the concept, the structure. I remember one of my students when he was doing the course, he said like after several modules when I explained each case separately, that's it. It actually makes sense. Latvian is actually a very logical language, and I completely agree. Latvian is indeed a very logical language. If you see the structure, how it is built, I think it really does make sense. If you remember some basic rules, like here that I explained about prepositions and most verbs, you are a star already of the language. But another thing that I want to say is don't worry that you are making mistakes when you speak, because to us as Latvian native speakers, it doesn't sound funny, it doesn't sound weird at all. Like I usually tell my students, okay, I hear that there is a mistake, that you use the incorrect ending, but it doesn't bother me. It doesn't sound stupid. It doesn't sound weird. It's the same as I don't know, if I make a mistake in English, like instead of do, I say does. It doesn't sound like super weird or funny. My son just opened the door. He's like, "Mommy, you need to show this my business cards." He's eating a banana, and I told him that he cannot come inside, and he just yeah. So this is the end of video episode 1 of my YouTube series. So stay tuned. I really hope this video was useful and that you learned something new. Let me know in the comments how you like this new concept, chatting together, explaining some grammar rules and vocabulary, and learning some useful expressions in Latvian. So see you in the next episodes. If you like this one, so just show me somehow that you liked it, and see you. Tikšanos! Tā!